What's up with y'all, man? We are back for another Last of Us 3 video. Man, seems like you guys been loving the Last of Us content, speculating and everything that could possibly happen. But before we get into it, definitely smash the like button because it definitely helps. And make sure you're subscribed. I mean, why not? You got to join the I Like Gaming fam. So to get into it, we've covered a lot with, what can happen with The Last of Us and everything. The Last of Us 3 to be exact. And, a lot of the ways they can go and the angles. And this angle has been one that I don't know if people will like, but I think it could potentially happen. It's not too far-fetched. But it'll take a lot of work for them to do this because it'll have to be them basically going back and diving into the story. What I mean is The Last of Us 3 could potentially be a prequel. Now, what I mean by prequel is basically, what happened with Joel and Tommy. The untold story of Joel and Tommy, what happened, with the whole thing with the clickers and the infected. Obviously, it was a whole nother story before that, and just a lot of things that, was happening along the lines in The Last of Us, to get to where we're at now in The Last of Us 2 and stuff like that. So, I would like to see what Joel and Tommy were doing while Ellie was growing up and stuff like that. And I think how they, maybe they had some side problems going on they were dealing with. You remember they had a lot of DLC coming out. I remember we were in a mall with Ellie and everything, and they were running through the Halloween store with the mask. So they can definitely put in some DLC to make a Last of Us prequel. That Neil Druckmann did say that the original concept was going to focus on Tommy. So what if we did a prequel that focused on, Tommy and Joel, but also it kind of branches off like, okay, the game can start off, in prequel territory where we're following Joel and Tommy, everything that we didn't see, and maybe they're still dealing with the clickers. Maybe it's a lot of side stories going on and things going on with the effect that are taking care of business and stuff, and leading up to the moment what happens with Joel, and then also what we can do is after that happens, that whole thing happens with the prequel with Tommy and Joel, and I think at that point where the stuff happens, the crazy stuff happens with Joel, and I think we could pick up and kind of transfer back to Ellie leaving that house, and Dina's no longer there, and now we're picking up from with Ellie. So it's almost like a 2 and 2 thing. It's like half and half, like half prequel and half, just being simply Last of Us 3, closing out Ellie's story and everything, and still can incorporate stuff with Dina. I've heard some of you guys in the comments say you don't think Dina is that important. I mean, I think Dina's becoming to be important, especially with the kid and everything, JJ and Ellie, but also Abby. I think Abby has a lot of story left. I think that Ellie can end up crossing paths with her once again, like I told you in previous videos, and she still, I think, could be connected with Tommy for sure, 100%, because it's a reason why towards the end of the game, we had Tommy and Ellie conversating about everything that happened with Abby and Joel. Only thing was different was that Tommy is now injured due to the things that Abby did, and he can't probably operate the same that he's done before. But I think that it would be crazy to see what could happen, the potential there with Ellie and Tommy, and possibly just keep the story going. Maybe, like I said, they come across a new batch of enemies and things like that. But one thing I will say is we've heard a lot of things be tackled with The Last of Us 3. We talked about Ellie and Abby having a story left, possibly Ellie going to look for Dina and everything, and now we're here where potentially we can see a prequel, a prequel with Tommy and Joel. I saw some of you all also saying that this could potentially be something. I think it could potentially happen, to be honest. I want to know, what do you all think, though, with The Last of Us 3? What do you think could potentially happen? What should the story be? Like I said, once again, people are saying maybe Ellie shouldn't be involved at all. I do not like that at all, because Ellie is, in my opinion, she is the Last of Us. Her and Joel, that was their story. So I think, like I said, it's going to have to be something where new enemies are involved and things like that. And to be honest, I seen something out there where someone said that they don't think we're going to get The Last of Us 3 until 2028. I'm gonna be honest, man, that sounds so fucking far away. Just 2028, bro. I mean, I know GTA 6 comes out next year, but damn, 2028 for The Last of Us. Neil Druckmann, man, he's talking about they're focusing on like this main IP and everything, which it makes sense. You know, he wants to probably give another, IP a chance and just try to branch off into something new, because maybe he feels that we're getting tired of The Last of Us. But yeah, I've heard people out there in the community say, man, I'm tired of The Last of Us, it's so repetitive. Okay, that's cool. I'm a Last of Us fan, so I will never be tired of The Last of Us. Yeah, it might get repetitive for people, but I'm just saying, if it ain't broke, don't, you ain't got to fix it, if that makes sense. So just keep rocking out with it, because I feel like The Last of Us 3 can have a lot of story, a lot of depth to it and everything, especially with how we left off. I can see if we left off like with closure. I mean, we kind of got a little bit of closure, Ellie was missing the digits, Abby went her way with Lev and Dina's gone, but I feel like we still didn't get closure, if you know what I mean. I feel like, when I mean by closure, I mean the book is closed. It's over. Put the lock on the book. It's over. The story's done. I got that feeling with The Last of Us 3 a little bit, but I didn't get the full feeling, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like it's something left with Abby. I feel like it's something left with Ellie. I feel like it's definitely something left with Tommy after what Neil Druckmann said. And I just feel like overall, The Last of Us story is not done, especially with the TV series and stuff kicking up. They definitely need to take some elements from that TV series. I love the TV series, so they definitely take some elements from that. But overall, I want to know what you all think. You guys heard a lot of my speculation. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I'll be looking out for what route you think The Last of Us 3 should take. The prequel route with Tommy and Joel. Do you think Ellie and Abby has more story? Do you feel that we should just start, fresh in just this apocalyptic world with the infected, with another person? Do you feel that, we should just kind of try to combine those things? Do you think Dina's important? Bro, someone literally said they don't think Dina's important enough to kind of have Ellie go look for her. Bro, Ellie's in love with Dina. So I feel like if she is important at this point, she's a part of Ellie's life. So if she happens, like I said in previous videos, got, abducted and Ellie's going to look for her, that can be a good story. I mean, that's just me talking, but comment down below, you all. And unfortunately, this is the end of the video. I want you guys to hit me up on my social media at I Like Gaming over on Instagram, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace. Till next time.